On this episode of the Carolina Sports Guy, we're going to dive in and take an early look so far. This great Carolina Hurricane season. We're going to concentrate on the forwards. What have we got so far? Who's been looking good? Maybe who could play a little bit better? Before we can get into today's content, make sure you subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Pound that like button. Hit that bell notification to be notified of future videos like this on the Hurricanes. And hey, folks, leave me some comments. I love the dialogue. All right, folks, just kind of wanted to briefly go in about it. And by the time you see the video, the stats that I have listed tonight, I'm not really going to have the Philadelphia game, and it might be another game. But you won't get the stats. These stats kind of go before the January the 11th game against the Flyers. So anything before the 11th is what we're looking at. Now, leading the charge with these forwards, no doubt, one of the best players we've had in Carolina Hurricane history. He's still young. He's playing well. He gets a little streaky. Sometimes he does get little droughts. But Sebastian Aho leads his team with 37 points. He's had 15 goals, 22 assists. And let's remember, he missed a few games because of the COVID activity. But he's probably by and away our leading scorer. And when he is on, he is on. And there's a lot of times where he doesn't score, but he is so close and is right there on the doorstep. Now, I'd like to say the number 2 leading forward in scoring. A lot of, he has been on the money before in the past, but because of injuries and having some slumps, he's kind of dropped and dipped some. He's kind of really played the role this year, and that's Tavu Teravon. Teravon has a total of 10 goals, 17 assists for 27 points. He's looked the part. He's looked good early on, folks, and we really got our money's worth out of Tavu. He's played well. Third, guy who I think has dropped off a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong. Still very dangerous, very valuable. He's got this big contract year, so he's done really well getting it. He just seems to be a little slumpy, or he gets in these little bits of slumps. But he's a third leading scorer on the team, and that's none other than Fetchnikov. 12 goals, 14 assists for 26 points. Do I think he'll catch Aho? No. But I do think as the season progresses, he probably will pass Teravon and then be second in scoring on the team. Now, what really shocked me was his number 4, because I saw this guy really be number 2 or 3, and that was Vinnie Trojak. Man, what a deal we did when we traded Eric Holloway to Florida for Trojak. Trojak this year's got 7 goals, 15 assists for 22 points. Has really looked good and has really been clutch on a lot of key moments. And there's a lot of times he hasn't scored, but he's been so close. And Vinnie Trojak, man, you just can't say enough about him. And he's definitely a great Cane, and I love his game. Next is somebody, and you got to look where we're looking at right now, folks. We're talking about the number 5 guy with the forwards, but he's slumped some. He gets in these points, and sometimes he's so fast, has such athletic ability. Man, he'd play for other teams and be a superstar. He can be a superstar because he's still young for us. He's still developing. And I just think right now he's a nip below where he needs to be. Now, I'm not saying that he's slumping or not doing well. I just think I expected him to be a little bit more point productive wise is what I'm trying to say. And that's Marty Necas. Marty Necas, 7 goals, 12 assists for 19 points. I just expect more, and it's because of how good his game is and when he is on fire. He gets in these slumps sometimes, and I'm hoping as the season winds down, he's going to hit his hot spot and is really going to take off because, man, when he is on, this team is so dangerous. Next is a guy who was he dropped off last couple, but he's coming back around. That's Nino. He's got 10 goals, 7 assists for 17 points. And Nino, man, he's playing a good game, and he's proven his worth, folks. And next on the list, Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi coming from Montreal, people say we overpaid. I love his game. He's got 7 goals, 9 assists for 16 points. If you want to look at him and think, my God, we let a guy like Warren Fogle go when we traded him to Edmonton for Ethan Bear, defenseman. Fogle's got like 5 goals, 7 assists for 12 points. Well, Kotkaniemi's got 7 goals, 9 assists for 16. So when you lose a guy like Fogle, as good as he is, I even tried to pull up Brock McGinn. I don't even see him on Pittsburgh's roster. And maybe he's hurt. He's got to be out because he's too talented. But Kotkaniemi, 7 goals, 9 assists for 16 points. Really, maybe we overpaid, but I'm fine with that. I love his game. Next on the list is a guy, you might as well go ahead right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th on the list, folks. Seth Jarvis. What can I say? The rookie, 6 goals, 9 assists, 15 points. He's only going to get better. I mean, to me, he is far and away ahead of where Natchez was when he was a rookie. Seth Jarvis is right up there when Aho was a rookie. Right up there when Fetchnikov was a rookie, probably even past him. I just can't say enough about this young man. And the longer he plays, I know he's hitting that rookie wall. He is going to be so impressive. Very, very, just a superb draft pick by the Hurricanes. Next on the list, the guy we got from the Rangers, Jasper Fast. And Fast has got 8 goals, 5 assists for 13 points this year. He's really got a fast game, and you really got to love the way he plays. Now, the man, he's getting older. He leads by his leadership. That's why we got him. He's kind of the glue that holds things together. But you're not going to see the production out of him you once did, and that's Jordan Staal. 2 goals, 8 assists for 10 points. He's really there because of that leadership role, and it kind of calmed the younger guys down. Derek Steppen, the guy we got as a center from Ottawa on the 4th line. 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. Cannot complain about that production from a guy like that. Steven Lorentz, wanted a guy like Geeky to stick on the roster. You know, we hated losing him. I hated losing him again. But we get a guy like Lorentz here, man. 5 goals, 2 assists, 7 overall points. Can't complain. He's really done well. And, you know, the only thing I can see a guy replacing him is we get a guy like Jake Drury can come up who scored. And right now he's in the minors. But, man, he's really going to be something to behold. And finally bringing up the rear, and it's kind of like Staal. He's an older veteran, not quite as old, but we get him for his gritness, his toughness, playing on the 3rd and the 4th line, and that's Jordan Martinick. 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points, but you can't say enough about it. Just the toughness and what he does to kill off penalties and how he leads that 4th line charge, and just his overall, what he means to the team, you know, the leadership, and just he does the little dirty things that you don't get points for. Okay, folks, what do you think of today's video? Who do you think is the most impressive out of this? Hey, I got to give it to Seth Jarvis, the rookie. He's incredible. Who do you think has let you down a little? I really don't want to put Natchez out there. I just think he can be a little bit better, but he's still incredible. Leave me some comments. I love the dialogue. Pound that like button. Hit that bell notification to be notified of future videos on the Hurricanes. And by all means, folks, help Uncle Chucky out. It's free of charge. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I want to see you next time on another episode of the Carolina Sports Guy.